Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome if you're joining me live, excuse me, and welcome if you're catching the replay. Welcome to my Monday messages, and for those of you not familiar with them, that's when I pop in 10 o'clock every Monday to share a thought, a simple practice, an idea, a focus for the week to help you to feel in control of your lives and be able to negotiate anything that life throws at you with relative calm and peace. So, again, for those of you who are not familiar with me, my name's Rebecca and I'm a QTT personal development coach, mentor and homeopath. And I use all three methods to be a kind of health and wellness coach for you and to help you to thrive and enjoy your life as much as you can. Okay, so I wasn't here last week. And again, for people who are following me, you'll remember that I was actually on my own kind of self-styled home retreat. And I chose to do that because I had a retreat booked in Spain, a Qigong retreat, which I was really looking forward to. And for obvious reasons, it got cancelled. And rather than just continue working and ignore the fact that I was due to have this break, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to just try and create my own retreat at home. So I've done that now, and I thought I would share some of my findings with you today. So what did I achieve by doing my own home retreat? Well, the first thing I wanted overall, which was basically R&R. It was I think we cut out there. I think the internet cut out, so I hope that's okay. Yeah, I was just saying I did achieve what I set out to achieve, which was R&R, and that was resting and recuperation. And I did a lot more besides, actually. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And the main reason or the main vehicle that I used to do that, to get into that state, was I kind of thought about, well, what happens when we're trying to identify a food that we might be sensitive to? We do a kind of elimination diet, which is we cut out all the main suspects and then we reintroduce them slowly. And the point of that is that we can then have clarity over something that might be aggravating us or something that is absolutely fine and is helping us. And that's what I did, basically. So the first couple of days, everything, I switched my phone off, I switched my laptop off, I kept all the kind of daily chores that I would normally do to an absolute minimum. In fact, I didn't really do any for the first couple of days. And the first thing I noticed was that I was actually much more tired than I thought I was, which is kind of not surprising because we are very good at doing all the time, even if we think we're quite chilled about it, and that would be me. I'm certainly not doing things at a pace that I would have been doing 10 years ago. However, I do still tend to measure my day or my week by the number of things that I've done, the tasks that I've done, achievements, goals, work that I've got through, all of that. And it isn't often that I would sit and really think about, well, how am I feeling? That thing when you go away on holiday and you suddenly notice that you are actually really tired, and the first couple of days of your holiday is spent really catching up with sleep. So that's what happened to me, is I noticed actually I am more tired than I think I am. And what I then did was think, well, okay, how can I address that? First thing I did was I thought, well, I'll try and sleep in. I don't have to get up at 6:30. I do that most days when I'm working, because that's how I get through things. I get everything done, and I can have enough time for myself in the morning to set my day off correctly in a way that works for me. I tried that, and sleeping in later didn't really work for me. So what I did instead was I went to bed a little bit earlier, and that definitely suited me. So that was great learning, and I've made a commitment to stick to that new bedtime because it suits me better. So that's one little thing that I got clarity over. Biggest thing for me was definitely my phone. I really noticed how much extra time I had when I wasn't using it. And I decided when I did reintroduce it that I would be very careful about scheduling when I was going to be checking my messages and checking my emails, things like that, things I had to do, and how much time I was going to give myself to do that. And when I kind of rationed it like that, my brain kind of went into, oh, right, okay, no time to mess around here. Do what you need to do and then get out. And I like that, actually, because it meant that I didn't really miss anything. There was nothing important that I lost out on, I felt. But I did what I needed to do. So I'm going to do a sort of little extended version of that now I'm back at work. So I'm going to be I'm going to be reviewing my social media presence and how I interact with my online platforms, and all of that, because having that extra time gave me the space and the time to breathe and really notice how I felt about things. Because it's not until we can really notice how we're feeling and what our energy truly is, as opposed to how many things we've got through and measuring our energy like that, that we can work out what might need tweaking in our daily routines and what is actually working very well for us. And that should happen, I feel, on quite a regular basis, because something that may have been working very well for us a year ago may not be anymore. And the only true measure of that is to actually understand how you're feeling, and then to work out, well, which one of the millions of things you do every day could be tweaked, let go of, done differently, whatever, to allow your more successful daily routines to come up. So that's what I want to encourage you to do, is to give yourself, really look at your commitments day to day and see where you could find some space to do your own little mini retreat, if you like. Now, it could be that you can devote one day a week to it. For me, I try and do a little mini version of a retreat on a Sunday. And I do things like I drink, a couple of green juices. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink coffee. I tend to eat kind of fresh, raw salads and soups, liquid foods, things like that. So I give my body a break, and I go out in nature every Sunday in some way. So that suits me well. So that's my little mini retreat. But you could do it on a daily basis, just actually building in some time every day to think about, well, how do I feel today? When you're journaling, maybe, it's great to notice the achievements that we've made. It's great to celebrate our successes, for sure. Just make sure that you're not measuring your energy and your health, if you like, by how many things you've achieved. Make sure that you are actually stopping to think, well, that's fantastic that I did X, Y, or Z. How am I feeling? And sometimes we just need to actually stand back, retreat, unplug, switch off to actually get that clarity, to just really check in with ourselves and notice how we're feeling. Yeah, and if we do that, we are able to put down boundaries that keep us healthy, that keep us feeling safe, that keep us feeling that we can express ourselves, that keep us happy. All of those things. We need those boundaries. We need to have very defined, conscious lines, if you like, that we know we need to have there, because if we go over them, we're going to tip the balance and not feel happy and not feel conscious and not feel in control. Most of us are leading very, very busy lives, and it's impossible to actually get that clarity without stopping and pulling away. So when you do that regularly, you will have much better clarity over what's working for you, and you will be actually more connected with yourself and with everything that's around you. So that was my biggest learning. I mean, I kind of know that up here. I don't always do it on a daily basis. So that's what I'm committed to coming out of my retreat. I'm now committed to actually being much more conscious of that and having more breathing space, more time to really think about what's working for me and what isn't working for me. Yeah, that's it really, is just to say I'm glad to be back. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. You may not notice that, but I am going to be, because I need to just put down a few extra boundaries, and I need to strengthen a few of the ones that I have in place. And that's always a good thing, I think. So I want to encourage you this week to have a think about what could you do? What could you clear away in your own lives that would just give you a little extra space to really think about how you're feeling, either on a daily basis or even once a week, and just allow yourself to do nothing except focus on how you're feeling and what's working for you and what's not working for you. And then when you have that clarity, then you can get really good boundaries in place. And I'd love to talk to you more about boundaries, and I'm probably going to do that next week. Okay, that's it for this week. Have a great week. We seem to be having an Indian summer here in Ireland, which is fabulous. And if you think you'd like to talk to me about possibly working with me one-to-one or on one of my courses, then do get in touch. You can book a free call with me and we can find out whether I'm the right person for you to work with. You can do that by messaging me below, or you can pop to my website, www.rebeccaatkinson.com, and the address is in the post with this video, and you can register for your free call there. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye.